welcome to my channel. Today's video is an exciting video. This was a really spontaneous video. I literally knew I had to film, already had ideas about what I wanted to film, and then I was like, what am I gonna do with my hair? It's like a couple days oily, what am I gonna do with it? And then I just don't know what happened. This just happened. This is a hairstyle that I definitely wore back when I was like 13, 14 years old, back in the 90s, in the very late 90s, but in the 90s. So I kind of recreated it, and then I was like, oh my god, I need to do like a 90s, like a real, almost true 90s makeup recreation, because I know that the makeup trends of today have really taken a lot of their inspiration from the 90s, but they've kind of molded it a wee bit, so it's still sort of a 2017 look, but with just a little bit taken from that decade. But I wanted to keep it as close to sort of true form as possible. So this is what I created. I had so much fun doing it, and it really, like, it just really throws me back. Like, this is taking me way back. And I also go through a few nostalgic favorite things of the 90s. So if you want to see that, then just keep watching. Okay, so just starting this off with primer, I've just grabbed a whatever primer. This is the Still at One Step Correct. I know some people rave about it, but for me it's just a whatever primer. And of course grabbing my whatever foundation, because this is just something that I'm going to put on and take right back off again. If you watch me, you'll know exactly what that means. I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Average, that's all I'm gonna say. So the weird thing about 90s makeup, if you really wanted to do an authentic 90s makeup, there's a lot of things that we do today that we didn't do then. Highlighting being a major one, and contouring. So highlighting and contouring were not big fads when back in the 90s, but I am going to contour slightly. I think I'll just bronze. I'll just use like a bronzer to sort of contour my face a little bit. I want this to sort of be quite a really close representation of what 90s makeup really was, in my opinion, but then I also want it to be like slightly a little bit more wearable than what it was, because like, to be fair, all you have to do is Google's, all you have to do is Google 90s makeup and you'll see instantly that in this day and age it is not wearable. So and you know, so many things that were in today look like big mistakes. And just applying a little bit of concealer just directly under my eyes. I'm not gonna face shape with it like I normally do. I'm just gonna sort of lighten up under my eyes and get rid of these bags because I had a long day at work. I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This one is in Porcelain. And now just taking my Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I'm just gonna take the shade Light Cocoa, and I'm just gonna pop this underneath my eyes so my eyes don't crease, because I am no longer a 13-year-old. And my shit bags, great. And just taking my all-time favorite, this is the Australia's Fresh and Flawless. I'm just going to pop this all over the rest of my skin. Okay, so this one is really powdery, because for some reason we really liked powder in the 90s. We really liked powder. So I'm going to avoid contouring. I'm going to just do sort of a bit of a light contour with a bronzer, I think, just to try and keep it a little bit more authentic. And I'm going to take the Bahama Mama by the Balm, and I'm just going to pop that on like I always do. Right, I'm not going to use a blush either, because to be fair, blushes weren't really a big deal in the 90s either. It depends. There were kind of like a couple of different makeup looks in the 90s. One was more of a grunge, and then the other was more of your sort of blonde, poppy, you know, very early Britney Spears kind of glittery, light blue, like, yeah, just, I guess that's how I can describe it. So because I can't live my life without it, I am going to put on a little bit of highlighter, just a little bit, guys, just a very small amount. And I've taken my Kylie highlighter, and this is in French Vanilla, because this is like just a really beautiful sort of natural glow. This isn't a very intense highlighter, so I feel like this will be the best one, just to give me a little bit of face shape, but not so much that I've stepped right back into 2015 again, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm not gonna, oh no, it's just what am I talking about? I'm not going to, yes I am. So if I were to really go with the true 90s brow, it would be incredibly thin, there'd be no fading, quite bold. Oh my god, if you guys saw my eyebrows back in the day, you would slaughter me over it, I know that much. So I am going to keep my brows a little bit thinner. I'm not going to go thicker. I normally go actually a little bit thicker, but I'm not going to do that this time. And I'm still going to fade it, because I can't not fade it. I have used a darker eyebrow color as well, just to keep it a little bit authentic. because eyebrows were bad. Eyebrows were really bad in the 90s, but I still have to look at myself. Like, okay, so while I'm doing this, let's go through some of the best things of the 90s. Let's just Google best things of the 90s. Okay, Spice Girls was one of them. TLC was another. So now with my eyeshadow look, eyeshadows in the 90s were always very sort of neutral, very sort of earthy toned, unless it was the sort of bright pinks and bright blues, and also the eyeliner underneath the eye. So, whew, let's talk about that for a second. So basically just a black eyeliner pencil, you'd line your like waterline, smudge it slightly, and you were done. Like, it is nothing as streamlined as it is these days. So let's just take the Tati's Pro palette. I've picked this one because it has just a really nice range of matte shades. Matte eyeshadows were definitely it, unless it was the blue sparkly or pink sparkly. Mattes were definitely in. So I'm going to use this bottom row because it's a little bit more of a cooler tone. Oh my god, McDonald's in the 90s. One thing that was amazing in the 90s. Do you guys remember? I don't know, maybe if you're not in New Zealand, I don't know if it was the same all over the world, but do you remember the amazing playground that McDonald's had? Bring back that playground, McDonald's, for adults this time though. What is another amazing thing about the 90s while I clean my brushes? Oh my god, putting the little beads on your bike spokes, you know, so like when you rode your bike, it would like rattle and like clinker and you'd make this really cool sound. That was really cool in the 90s. Also, I don't have them, but do you remember those little butterfly hair clips that you would like twist your hair and then put a butterfly hair clip on the end of it? Those were amazing in the 90s. Lolly shops. Does anybody remember lolly shops in the 90s? You'd go down to your like local dairy and you'd like get like 2 or 3 of these, like this little lolly for like 5 cents. Remember 5 cents? Do we remember that? Oh, God bless you 90s. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take the shade, let's go up to Vintage. It's just like a nice sort of light cream shade. I'm just going to pop that all over my lid as a base as per usual. I saw a Gigapet. Does anyone remember Gigapets or Tamagotchis? They were so amazing. I am going to put a little bit of a sort of 2015, 2017 twist on the eye. If I seriously did it like they did it in the 90s, it would honestly just look shit. So that's why 90s inspired looks are so cool, whereas the 90s makeup itself was a little bit shite. So taking the first shade, Indie, I'm going to pop this in my crease. Goosebumps. Oh my god, who remembers Goosebumps back in the 90s? I used to love Goosebumps. I think Goosebumps is probably what got me into reading in like the first place. Oh, I miss those books. And the Babysitter's Club, oh my god. I don't think I really liked the Babysitter's Club as much. They were a bit sort of lame. Okay, and now going in with the shade Edgy. That's this really beautiful dark brown shade. I'm gonna go for a smaller brush and I'm just going to pretty much sweep this in my last third. Oh, Rugrats. I loved Rugrats. Oh my god, those little water things. Do you remember those little water toys? And they had like something floating in it and you had to press the buttons to like scoot this little thing and put this little like hoop, round hoops on the little pegs. Oh my god. I remember my sister was obsessed with that. Okay, and now just to add a little bit more edge, I'm going to take this black shade called Punk and I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the last shade Edgy, just not applying it as heavy, just to darken it up. Okay, and now taking a black eyeliner pencil. This is quite a soft one. I'm going to literally attack my lower lash line with this. Wish me luck. Okay, fun fact. When I was a teenager, I would literally line my lower lash line with black eyeliner and that would be the extent of my makeup. Maybe a little bit of gloss, but that would be the extent of it. I would do nothing else. And of course, there was like no such thing as a wing. Like, we never ever did wing liner in the 90s, so I'm gonna be kind of happy to have a break from that tonight. And I'm just gonna take my favorite mascara of the moment. This has been like a long-term favorite. This is the Maybelline The Colossal Volume Express Cat Eyes mascara, and I'm literally going to put this only on my top lashes because that's what we did. We kind of really only put it on our top lashes. We wouldn't put it on the bottom. We've got enough eyeliner on the bottom. And falsies. Nobody wore falsies. Like, false lashes, were they even a thing? Put on so much that it starts to get clumpy. Oh my god, Dunkaroos. Does anybody remember Dunkaroos? They were amazing. They sound really Australian, but I don't know. We had them. They were like, I think it was a little bit like you had the chocolate sauce and you had the little biscuit, little roux biscuit, and you dip it and it was just delicious. And also tapes. Does anybody remember tapes? Do you remember those things long ago? Like, you'd put them in and you'd like wait for your favorite song on the radio to play, so then you'd like record it. Make your own mixtape. On to lips. This is where it gets really fun. So I'm going to line my lips with a hideously dark brown lip liner. This is the Jordana Quick Liner in Hot Cocoa, and I'm at this stage, it could change, I'm going to team it with the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick, and this one is in Mannequin, so it's quite a lot lighter, but you know, it's just the way we did it. And of course you have to add the what was it, Cindy Crawford birthmark, and I've already kind of got one here, so I'm just going to darken it because I used to do that too. Alright guys, that is it for this 90s recreated makeup look. I did keep it as true to sort of the style of the makeup at the time as possible. There are definitely some things that I kind of, you know, I added a bit of highlight, which was kind of definitely not really a thing. My eyebrows aren't particularly on 90s point, but everything else is pretty kind of true to how it was back in the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. This was pretty spontaneous, but if you want to see any other decades recreated, then just let me know down below, because this was actually really quite fun. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. It's so important that you subscribe. It really is. It keeps me going, it keeps me running, it keeps videos, you know, coming up, and it keeps me ahead of the game so you guys don't miss my videos, and so we grow as a group. So don't forget to hit that button and you'll be seeing my face in the next one.